Hello, hello. Good afternoon, Miss Kim, coming to you again, our usual Thursday conversation. Please get close by. I'm all alone today, so you can ask me all the questions you have. So I'm here joining you live from Gaborone, Botswana, with our very usual favorite topic. We want to address the shortage of jobs, the scarcity of skills, and as well discuss solutions that we've seen out there. Some of them, it's what we're doing, what we are training youth to do, and maybe some of the skills or the tools we're using. It's something that we've used for quite some years, and we've been able to get ourselves out of situations. So please, if you're joining us from, I think we're live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Tell us where you're joining us from. Post your questions. I will be glad to respond to as many as possible. And of course, by the end of this session, you can book a call if you want a one-on-one. We we easy, and we want to have that conversation and get to know what skill do you have that you can monetize, or what skill can you start learning today. Ultimately, each one of us needs to put food on the table. That's critical. And of course, we've seen the unemployment level, it keeps getting worse. It actually seems to be just getting worse every day. And there's solutions out there. We come with these topics or highlight these podcasts and these conversations because we've been victims. I've been in business like all my life. I was hired for just 1 year, which within that 1 year, I lost my job 3 times. And I think from that, I just learned it's not going to be easy. It does not mean it has been a smooth sailing. No, I've had tough times. I've had businesses go belly up. I've had moments that I was asking, and how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay school fees for kids? So if you know where you're seated, you have access to Wi-Fi, you have a laptop, or you have a smartphone, even if you don't have a laptop, but you have a smartphone, please note you can change your life today. You can start just getting, we're not looking at millions right now. We just want to have a conversation for those who are looking at, can I just get some money and pay rent? Can I make $100? Or just to be precise, can I make 200 puller every day? And we've seen it. We've walked this journey with people who are currently making literally $20 an hour, others $50, and it goes on and on. What you need to understand is I get it. We have a lot of snake oil businessmen that are making it sound like it's so easy, it's so glamorous. No, you still have to put in the hard work. You still have to put, I can only emphasize that there's an assumption that just because it looks like it's so easy to do it, people will tell you, glamorize it on YouTube, are making millions. Try to find out their journey. Some of them, they're making millions, but they've been doing it for 20 years. Some of them are making millions. They started 2 months ago, but they started with good capital. You have money and the skill as well. If you have money and you have some skills, you can hire the best. You're able to buy world-class equipment. It can be much easier. But if you're starting and you're struggling as it is, then just get to know you might need to burn the midnight oil. It's not going to be easy, but it can be done. The big thing is it can be done. We're doing it, and we are working and working with many others who have been doing it. So you can do it as well. My digital marketing journey, I've been very passionate about it for many years. I've always had an online presence. I think I've been active on LinkedIn since 2017, which came as a result of my business went belly up. I actually remember calling a few companies, and guess what? One of them offered me a job. But I was so scared of disappointing them because I knew I'm not cut out for this. So he was very nice, but I had to be, we didn't even meet. It's somebody who knew me from my social media noise. And this person said, I think I'd love to work with you. Come, let's talk. But then again, Come the day of the interview, I called this gentleman and said, I might disappoint you. Let me keep pushing what I'm doing. So he sort of became my mentor. He was very supportive. So it also has a lot to do with how you package yourself. So having started getting very active on LinkedIn, building a community, I have more than 2 million impressions so far. That means people who have viewed my content the entire year, and I have more than that 4,000 followers. I could be doing better, but it's not easy. It takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes discipline. So within COVID, that was actually the first time I sat down and said, let me do a digital marketing course. There's a very good course that's offered by Google. It's free. It's called Digital Garage. I'll drop on the comment section. It takes about 40 hours. It could take longer, depends on your pace. But it gives you an insight on what does it take to monetize digital marketing skills. So you're going to get the basics, which that's what you just need for you to start. And then as you keep on doing it, you're going to get better. You will learn. It's a practice makes perfect, as you all know. I still get people. I think this morning I had somebody who came on my DM on my LinkedIn and said, "Can I help you spruce up your profile? I'm just going to do it for free. If you're happy with me, then we can work together." So that is to say, I'm not yet there. And if I was yet there, I think I'd be making a lot of money. But I still make money on LinkedIn, but it can get better. It can get better. What I'd like you to understand is, how do you monetize on social media? Because sometimes I get like people assume how we make money on social media, especially platforms like LinkedIn or YouTube, is somebody sends me from what I my conversation, somebody sends me some $20, some $50, or I just come and sell something. It's an entire strategy that you need to understand. It's literally building your social equity. I see my sort of my being super active on social media has been a very strong social currency for me. So I walk into rooms before I introduce myself, somebody will mention, "Oh, I know you, Miss Kim from LinkedIn." And then because what you share, you position yourself as an authority. Because social media platforms, you got to get in there with the heart, the willingness to give. Don't start looking at what you're getting. You've got to build a community, you've got to build a tribe, and it does take time, but it's doable. And guess what? At this day and age, right now, with the advent of where AI is, you don't have to wait until you get 5,000 followers. You don't have to wait until you get 500 followers. You can start. You can start small. What you need to do is understand what to start. Each platform is different. My my favorite is LinkedIn. So I think I spent a lot of time learning that platform, using it, engaging with people, and as well working with the LinkedIn influencers, who a lot of them will teach you for free. And of course, getting on YouTube. And then we have AI, that's our best teacher. So I want us to jump in quickly and share the 10 strategies I think you should utilize and ways of making money with literally free tools. So I want us to look at 10 proven ways of making money online. How this is something, when you think about it, sometimes there are ways the Westerners are making money, which sounds a little bit far-fetched. If I tell you, like, talk to your neighbors and start walking their dogs, you're just gonna roll your eyes and go like, not in my neighborhood. We don't do that. Sell lemonade in your neighborhood. We don't do that. So these are practical tools, what you can start doing right away from your neighborhood with people who know you, who are going to give you a smile, and who will also relate with what you're talking about. You've got to be relatable. So if you live in Moleplule, if you live in Francistown, if you live in Zambia, you need to look into, what do people need here? What problem can I solve? Of course, we have Cape to Cairo. Some of those problems are very unique. We all have sort of similar struggles. But then from each community to the next community, you need to understand the pressure point. What should I start with? So there's one that I feel I love encouraging, especially our youth. You have internet, you have a smartphone. You can get some skills which you can polish using YouTube. There are also a lot of free courses online. And you can also join our organization where we train. We train virtually, we train in person. Of course, in person has more strength and it's more engaging. But if you are not in Botswana or you're not in the city, we still engage. We still have people we train that are in faraway places. What you need to look into is, can I get some of the skills, some in a way that I can monetize a skill that I can learn within a week, within 2 weeks, within 2 months? Because sometimes when the pressure is real, you can't create. When you're on survival mode, it can be difficult to create. So when you can't create, when I start telling you, wait, you go to school, you do a 2-year course, you're just gonna look at me like, how do I even go to that school? So there are some skills. If you polish you work mostly mindset. You got to be positive about it. You can monetize, you can learn a skill and help people that are sitting in Canada, that are in Europe, are in Asia. I've seen some of my friends at my age that have lost their jobs. They're now doing tuition for people in Japan and making good money. So some of these skills you just need to get to learn it. So one of the skills that I feel you can constantly get paid is freelancing. So you offer services like writing. Look at your strengths. What do I know? Or what skill do I feel like this I love doing this. I love baking. I love writing. What skill do I feel like it doesn't take me so long to polish? So writing, designing, admin, voice work. You already know I can learn, I can polish how to be a voiceover artist. Get on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr. Also get on social media. I see it every time I'm looking for a specific skill. Like recently, we were building a new system and I was looking for software developers that could help us tweak it. We just needed somebody with a specific skill to work with for a day or two. And before I could even get to Fiverr, I just posted on Facebook and I had a lot of people from some other different countries. I was a little bit disappointed to say the least. I didn't get anybody from Botswana because I love working with people in person. So I wanted somebody who can literally, can we meet at a coffee shop? Can you come to the office and we do this? But I managed to get a lot of other people from other different countries, and a lot of them were youth, 18, 19, making money. It was quite impressive. So get to know those platforms. There are many. There's Upwork, there's Fiverr, there's also the social media platforms. And then you'll ask, how do I start? You need to understand some of these platforms that are free. I'm sure by now, like literally a lot of people know how to use the language learning models like ChatGPT. The more you polish and work on that prompt engineering, you're going to get better in writing. So use ChatGPT. You can use the free platform until you start making money. Then you pay the $20 one, which I find it much more advanced. We also have many others. Everybody lately is creating one. Recently, I built a website with Manas and I didn't pay. And it took me like maybe an hour. And I was quite impressed. There are many others as well, platforms that you can utilize. Then Canva. I have always claimed and called myself as somebody who is horrible with design. And I think if it's something that has been frustrating my journey as an entrepreneur, it's having to constantly wait for someone to create a flyer. Sometimes I just want to test an idea. So I just want a flyer. I post in a few WhatsApp groups. I see if I'm going to get somebody. But I have to pay somebody $30 to create for me that flyer. Now that's gone. You don't have to. So if you don't have to, then why don't you become that person who is creating that for others who are either still struggling to learn that skill or they're too busy? We still, as an organization, we still have digital marketing team. It's just that them now they're able to do much more work. They're not just digital marketing people because it now takes so little time to create content, to work on videos. Video editing. Currently, we have so many platforms that help you to do video editing. So that's something you can do, helping people as a freelancer. You can start with creating a sample portfolio. You can start with setting up a professional profile with a video intro and packages. Then you submit it to people. I really get impressed when somebody comes to me with Look at my flyers. I can create the same for you. You will get some that even get to an extent of creating a flyer for my business. And I just pay attention and go like, you're serious with what you're doing. I'm more interested in engaging with such people. So build a digital portfolio, use ChatGPT to write proposals, and practice on real world client briefs. Manage your time and invoice nicely. However, I would urge you start small. Start with like just pick within the community where you know there's a restaurant next door. Let me go to the restaurant and tell. Let me first look at their social media presence, and then I can go to the restaurant and tell them, I think you guys are making very good food, but I don't think a lot of people know about you. If you're making 1,000 pulla a day, I can help you make 2,000. If I create, just give me an opportunity. Can I come and take some few photos? Can I do a video portfolio? Can I help you market on social media? And there, I doubt how many people are going to put you down or say no. And that gets you to the next level of social media management. My journey with social media managers, when they get so good, you can't afford them because they're going to charge you up to $2,000, $3,000 a month. Because guess what happens? When you become so good at social media management, you can then do the job for 5, 10 companies. So you start creating your own job. At that point, you don't need to be employed. And it's literally paying attention. Learn how to use Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. Design for people. Excuse me. Use AI to create content strategies. Pitch and try to retain your clients. There are so many tools now you can use for scheduling content, which makes it easy for you now. You can work for 5, 10 companies. You schedule content for them. Excuse me. So you don't have to be there practically posting because you've learned how to do it. Then there's my favorite, selling digital products. You make it once, you earn forever. When AI became a thing, 2022, that December, Christmas time, I think when we were celebrating New Year, I was so busy writing books. January, I just stayed put and I wrote a lot of books. When Lisa was doing it, I remember asking some of my friends who were fascinated by AI as I was, and I said, is this going to get anywhere? Because my assumption is everyone is going to write a book. I mean, isn't book selling gonna just die? Look, we're talking about 3 years later. One book that I wrote, which is like my best-selling book, it's called Tech for Learners. It's literally a book for children to understand, to get some concepts on basics in computing, coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. And then I put QR code that they can access most courses and skills on our website. We ran out of stock like 2, 3 weeks ago, which that took us, yeah, 2.5 years to sell 10,000 books. So can you imagine that? And guess what? Those are the printed books. I've sold a lot online, like ebooks. And I don't think I've ever sold at less than $20. So for me, that's my passive income. So learn how to do that. We're happy to teach you. We can show you the platforms we use. I'm going to drop a link with some of my favorite ones. So you can sell ebooks, you can sell templates, you can sell Notion dashboards, you can sell courses, you can sell PDFs. People right now want to work on what can make my life easier. So you need to start with identify something that you know. It could be you're very good in meal planning, you're very good in planning trips, you're very good in assisting kids with homework, especially homeschooling moms. You can assist them with some workbooks. Use Canva or Notion to package it. You can sell it via Gumroad, this PayHype, the system.io. I love system.io, that's what we use. And I also do Gumroad and Etsy. Get on as many platforms as you can. Then promote it on LinkedIn, TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Keep talking about it and just work on a proper marketing strategy, which currently the AI tools can teach you how to do that. So, what skills you need? We can help you on how to build your own system.io, how to create the product on Canva or Notion. Then you can launch your first product within 3, 4 days. And you can also get on YouTube and learn how to do it. So if you can learn how to include email marketing, come up with brilliant marketing strategies, which is super easy to learn, takes time, but you will start with that $5. I usually start my courses selling with I give a lot of free courses. So I'll create a very good course and start with giving. Then I'll look at how many people will download that course. So I always work with my 90 days rule where I go like, if within 90 days, my target is 100, I get 100 downloads, that course will sell. So there's already a teaser. Then I start now advancing my course, which now I get to weigh. Sometimes I can put like 3, 4 different courses, and then I'll look at which one is most popular. Then I'll focus on what is very popular. Then there's affiliate marketing, where you can earn without creating a product. So what do? You promote other people's courses, book softwares, and earn a commission. I've put affiliate marketers, I've opened on all my platforms. People sell my products, people that I don't know. There were no interviews, there was no conversation. The system is set up. So when you join affiliate programs like Coursera, System.io, Canva, literally like everybody who is selling something, anybody who has built a system online, maybe 99% they have an affiliate marketing channel that you can be able to monetize that skill of selling. You just need to polish your sales skill. So pick 2 or 3 items. Start with products that you feel I identify with. I have an idea what this is. Create review videos. Create some posts, social media posts, and then start marketing. You might find some of them you earn up to 10%, some you earn 40% per sale. Some of the tools that I use for my marketing or creating courses, I monetize them that way. I have one of my favorite ones that's called Gamma AI. I'll drop the link. Gamma AI, I have so many points that I actually now want to ask them, can you convert my points into money? Because I keep on sharing that link, and anytime I share the link, I get some points. And Gamma AI is not cheap. I would be paying a lot of money, but I've never paid for it. I've used it for more than 1 year now. I've never paid for it. I also use for project management, Mandy.com. I just post the link. I share with people. So Mandy.com costs a lot of money, which is very good for managing your project. I've used it for about 4 years. I've never paid. I also use Mini Course Generator. That's one of my mini platforms I use for generating courses, and I haven't paid for it for about 3, 4 years now, still using it. What I do is I promote them. So even when they come on me like, oh, we're gonna switch you off, I go like, can you see? I'm constantly talking about you. So I actually think I should be invoicing you. So the skills you need for you to do this, for you to be an affiliate marketer: content creation skills, storytelling. You also need to create a tribe. So I call it a community that trusts you. People, you know, the 7 times rule. People need to see you 7 times for them to go like, this person is consistent. I think I can trust her. I'm gonna purchase her product. So those are also skills that we can teach you how to do, and you can also get on YouTube. There are so many YouTubers that are giving out free airtime for them to teach you this. Then my 5th one is online teaching or coaching. This is a super awesome skill to monetize. There are so many platforms out there that you just go create your very nice profile, especially teaching English to non-English speakers. I think I mentioned earlier, I have a very good friend of mine who's earning a very big job. She lost her job like 3 months ago. Obviously, miserable for 2 months. Then, like a month ago, she just profiled herself as an online teacher. She's making money. We were talking the other day, she's telling me, I'm not sure I can go back to employment. If an hour I can be able to make between $50 to $100, who's going to give me that money? And when you're doing that, especially teaching English, it's up to you. You set up your profile nicely. You market yourself. You might find you have 10 hours of teaching, or 20 hours. It just goes with your energy. And you can also switch it off when you want to take a break. So what do you need to learn? You start with what you know. Sometimes you might find you're very good in as a designer, you know, teach, choose what you understand. You're adventurous, you love to travel, and you can teach that. Use Google Slides or Canva to create short lessons. Start small. Then you can run with a friend where you say, can I just practice with you for an hour? And also get online and learn, polish the skill of selling. So you find yourself getting packages. You can start small, or you start maybe monetizing this for $10. And with time, you find you're monetizing $100. There are some people who charge up to $200. Just work on your public speaking skill, your confidence, get to understand how to create lesson structures, which right now with AI, there's no skill you can't learn. Then the sixth one, virtual assistant. This has become pretty popular. Get paid to support entrepreneurs. Help people who are working online, like sending their emails, scheduling their meetings, researching, customer support. There's just so much work for virtual assistants. So you can offer yourself where you say, I'm going to be helping you for 5 hours a week or 5 hours every day. And this can be people who are in Europe, they can be in Asia, they can be where. And then you set up, you can use tools like Trello, you can use Notion, you can use Google Drive, you can use Canva, you can use Zoom for communicating. Then just state how much you want to charge. There are so many platforms that can teach you how to do that. There's Google Workspace, Trello. We actually use Trello in our organization for our sales course. Understand how to do email writing pretty well. And you find you start with some people. I've met virtual assistants who just say, I worked for one person for a whole 1 year and I made very good money. And the person was equally treating me nicely. And I learned a new skill. Because a lot of people, when they realize you have work ethics, when you say we're meeting at 8, it's 8, or you are actually 10 minutes early, then they'll be keen on working with you and they'll be keen on teaching you more skills. So let's go to the seventh one, content creation. Get paid to create what you love. Building an audience, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, getting sponsorships. This, you can create it as your own agency. You can start that and you find you working for different people, you're making money on your own, and you're learning a good skill. Then there's cybersecurity awareness. Currently, we're talking of more than 5 million jobs vacant out there with no people to fill up because of shortage of skills. So can you imagine if you can get, even if it's that like these AWS, there's so many short courses. Some of them are free. We also teach them. So learn how to protect people and get paid. You'll be helping yourself. You'll be helping families. You can help schools. You can help business people stay online and be safe. So you can offer to run a 30-minute stay safe online session. Use real stories, show pitching examples so that people can understand this is scary. I want to get online, but I need to learn how. Every company needs cybersecurity experts. They either get an expert or they train their own. So you can also go there and offer the skill of, I can train you how to. You just need to be trained. So then the pitching that's happening, the basic password safety, offer awareness training as a paid service. Package yourself, pitch like a pro, like this, just be professional about it. And people will say, yeah, let's start, let's try. Then building websites and building funnels. There's no coding needed now to build websites. It's super simple, it's super easy, and you can monetize that. So you can learn a no-code builder. We train a lot of this because every person, you're out there looking for a job. I get so impressed when someone is looking for a job at organization. And when I ask for their CV, they present their website or their portfolio, which is really well done. So this one, you can build a very decent site. Give it a day, maximum 2. You can sell that to small business owners, coaches, non-profits. And this is something you can charge from 3,000 puller. Even if you charge for 1,000 puller, $100. This is something you've created within 2, 3 days, or even a day. How many people are making that kind of money? So the skills you need, it's so much of you setting your mind that you're ready to understand technology. Confidence, of course. So we teach you, we help you do that. And there are so many platforms as well that can help you do that. Currently, this is my 10th one. We're getting a lot of inquiries on training. We actually have the second session, which is going to be in September, the next cohort. Right now, we're busy with the team that we're training, which we are confident in 60 days, they should be able to make some money. They should start making money. So we run boot camps. This is something that you can also do. Pick a topic. It can be AI, it can be Canva, it can be cyber. Offer a free intro session. Upsell a wicked boot camp. Charge. Partner with schools, churches, non-profits. We do a lot of boot camps with schools. And we don't choose where. And we're very reasonable with what we charge. But guess what? Kids learn, which is so important if you can be able to add value to the community. And besides kids learning a skill, our team also they get smarter every day in tech space, and we also make some money. So I would urge you, join us. We provide skills, we provide mentorship, we give you tools. If you don't have a laptop, we give you a laptop to work with. We also sell laptops at a very affordable price. Come and work with the community. We do project-based learning. You will live with your personal website. And if you can create your personal website, you can also create websites for others. And guess what else? You get tons of skills on how to make money. Soft skills as well, design thinking, very close to our heart. Skills that we feel everybody needs to get these skills for them to survive. It doesn't have to be this bad. It doesn't have to be this tough. I still don't agree with having our teenagers not being able to monetize skills they have or little skills that they can learn and start earning. It's critical, it's important. And just to make money builds your confidence. That's how important that is. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. I am going to post more information on the comment section. You can join us and you can get to know how to register online. Cheers and enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye.